This is The Wheel Weaves, a Wheel of Time podcast with no spoilers. Welcome, listeners. I'm your host, Dani, and I'm the first-time reader who's going through this 15-book series chapter by chapter. As always, there are no spoilers past the chapter we are covering, and that means it's totally safe for first-time readers. I'm joined by my co-host, Brett, who's a longtime fan of the series, and he's acting as my tour guide on this journey. Before we get into things today, we just want to thank and welcome Vince Lewick and Adderbane to the Wheel Weaves Patreon team. We're really grateful to have your support, and we really appreciate your generosity and your contributions to our podcast. In this episode, we're talking about chapters 42 and 43 in The Great Hunt.
Yeah, so chapter 42, we have Falme, and 43 is a plan.
Yeah, just a plan.
Yes, and you know what's crazy?
And it's only like a medium plan.
We don't really get...
We don't get a plan at all, actually.
Yeah, it's like the starting of a plan, a hint of a whiff.
Yeah,
so
the chapter should be called
Starting...
There Might Be a Plan Soon.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy is after tonight, we've got 3 recording sessions left, and we're done the whole book.
Yeah, I know. I don't know
Yep.
how that's possible. I have no idea. I am really concerned this book is not going to wrap up like I want it to.
So, like no ending, no nothing.
I'm 100% that there's no way anything's getting wrapped up.
Yeah, because after this, there's like 7 chapters.
Yeah.
So...
That makes me nervous.
Yeah, you should be nervous.
I should just think of these 15 books as just one ginormous book.
Yes.
If I stop thinking of them as individual books, then it's better.
Not to say that there won't be any resolutions, but there's a lot of series
really
left.
Feels like there's gonna be nothing.
Because we barely got a plan. Well, okay, we can get into it.
Okay, so start us off so that we can get into this.
Yeah, so fun fact, since we're really getting in deep with the Shun-Chan, I want to talk a little bit about like real world inspirations for the Shun-Chan. Because we talked a little bit about it before. So I wanted to talk about the crazy hairstyles that we've kind of gotten a glimpse of in the Shun-Chan.
Like the shaved one side of the head?
Yeah, like the different hairstyles. Because there's a couple different ways you can look at that. And one is on the religious side. So in a lot of religions, there's something called tonsuring, which is shaving a part or all of your head for like religious ceremonies. So Christianity, Hinduism, Judaism all have different like ways you can shave your head for religious ceremonies. So looking at the Shun-Chan, there could be something about their culture or religion that they shave their heads for.
Okay.
And the second is it definitely has some inspiration from ancient Egypt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because in ancient Egypt, typically a lot of people would shave their heads, if not completely.
And wear a wig.
And wear wigs, yeah. And the wig part was really interesting to me because I kind of looked into it, and the wigs were typically made of either vegetable fibers, human hair, or sheep's wool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently there were like barber shops, and being a barber or a wig maker was like a pretty respected profession. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So there you go. So fun fact about ancient Egypt and wig making.
Sure.
There you go.
That was... Okay, yeah, interesting. Cool. Now, chapter 42.
Yeah,
we need to get into this. The picture is the Shun-Chan helmet,
yes.
right? The bug helmet thing.
Do you see it now?
Not really,
okay.
But it's fine. Don't worry about me and what I see. We can just move past it.
It's like 2 tentacles on top of a helmet.
Yeah, okay, so quick recap, because last time Rand and crew were super frustrated, wandering around like the Tom and Head countryside without a trace of Fane, and there were some disagreements about where to go and how to get there, and then Rand had a Baalzamon, I'm going to call it vision.
Okay.
Because I don't believe it was a sleeping dream.
Okay, so vision.
Yeah.
Hallucination?
No.
Spectre?
No.
Okay.
It's not a hallucination because I think Baalzamon was there.
Yeah. Okay.
In a holographic form.
Gotcha.
A magical form.
Yes.
But it was a Baalzamon vision.
Okay.
Where he kept calling him Loose Theron again.
Yes, again.
Yeah.
Then left the handprint on the chair.
Right. Okay. And then last time we saw Nynaeve and Egwene, Elaine, and Min. They were completely screwed over by Leandrin because she's a freaking dark friend and the worst.
Black Aja.
Which
pretty serious.
I gotta take more credit for calling from the beginning.
Not trusting the mean woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
I did it.
It's kind of like that whole skinny innkeeper situation where we can naturally assume any skinny innkeeper is just, evil.
Yeah.
So
Or anyone who's literally acting like an evil bitch is probably an evil bitch.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just saying.
Well, that brings up a good question because when we first met Elida, she was not the nicest person either.
No, but...
Not like a dark friend.
Not an evil.
Okay, just like me.
Like torturing people to get answers out of them?
Yeah.
Like haven't seen that from Elida yet.
That's true, we didn't. We did get to see Leandrin like torturing, so there's that.
Yeah, the torture
That's
aspect.
a bad look.
That was bad, yeah. And so now, these women, are in a very bad position.
Yes.
And that's putting it lightly. So, we start off here in Nynaeve's perspective, and her and Elaine are laying low. They've made it to Falme.
Yep.
And they've found their country clothes, their villagers' sheepskin coats.
Yeah.
And they've rented a room above some fish shop.
It's probably cheap because it smells like fish.
Yeah, and we also learned that they have been here for weeks.
Yes, so we get a time jump again.
Yeah.
So that kind of helps us line up from the previous chapters.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah. And so we have found out some stuff because they are sort of camped out in a little alley watching this like big old block of houses.
Yeah.
And this is where the Damani are kept.
Yeah, and everyone kind of stays away from it.
Yes. So Nynaeve spots a man with a big nose in a velvet brown Shun-Chan coat, but he doesn't look Shun-Chan, but he has a Shun-Chan servant following him.
A higher up Shun-Chan servant with the shaved head.
Yes. And she thinks, that guy looked like Pat and Fane.
But it couldn't be.
And there's no time for that now.
Exactly. Okay.
So, but it's
definitely is Fane.
Definitely, 100%.
Okay.
And so now we 100% know Fane's still here.
Yes, we
He's
do.
not in Emmonsfield hurting people.
And we know that he's wormed his way up in ranks.
He has, because he's got fancy clothes on now.
Yep.
And he has his own servant.
The fancy servant, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that tells us a little bit. I mean, not 100%, but definitely he's been doing stuff. He hasn't been idle.
Yes. And most importantly, he's still here.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So Elaine steals some apples.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah, because they're like out of money.
Yeah.
And Nynaeve has just been like not eating and trying to be like, I'm just not hungry. Like she won't admit to Elaine that they're actually running out of money.
Yeah.
But so Elaine actually stole these apples by channeling a little bit. She knocked over a pile of melons.
Yeah, she did. And it's like, number one, bad idea. But also, Nynaeve isn't like being any more careful necessarily.
No,
they're both being very not careful.
Yeah, because this is bad. Because if the Damane or the other women who capture the Damane can sense that you channeled, they're gonna get you.
Yeah, and then you become a slave prisoner forever.
And then you can't help Egwene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like to steal it. You're like, I sort of get it, but also it's like bad idea, guys.
Yeah, but Elaine doesn't feel very concerned because she says she would never help her captors find other women.
Yeah, so I put like a bunch of stars beside this because this is important.
Yeah, because she clearly doesn't exactly know how it all works.
Yeah, and it's just like that mindset that if you were a prisoner, you would never help someone else become a prisoner, but that in itself is like really flawed thinking.
Yes.
Like, yeah, you're up on your high horse now, but until you're in that position, who knows what's going to happen, whether or not, like, the Damani are forced to, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we definitely get that they have no choice or say in anything that they do.
But it's like, just because you have your morals here doesn't mean that anybody else is going to have
Once that collar is on your neck.
It's a totally different game.
Absolutely. So. Yeah. Okay, so we are also introduced to some more crazy monster animals.
Yeah, we do.
So
just like a really small hint.
They're just like roaming free. There's all sorts of weird, crazy hybrids.
Well, we've got like the bronze-scaled cats before.
Yeah.
But we did get an introduction to the flying monsters.
Ooh, yeah. Flying monsters.
But like that's it.
Yeah.
So.
But not dragons.
No, definitively not dragons.
Just flying
monsters.
Other flying monsters.
Yeah.
Not dragons.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. So Nynaeve is being a little bit of a hypocrite when she scolds Elaine. This is her also not being very careful because she has also channeled, but it's for research, not for stealing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I had a question about this too, because this is like, we've gotten a bunch of hints in these chapters about this collar and like not knowing how to open it up.
Yes.
And Nynaeve here, obviously, she was trying to like channel to figure out how to use it. And I'm just wondering, is this a whole flattened cube situation all over again?
Why?
Well, because we had that conversation about the Horn of Valir box, like the chest. Was it a magical thing?
Or was it just a puzzle?
Know the trick.
Yeah.
So these collars, is it like a magical thing, or is it you got to know the trick?
Right.
So what do you think?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
Okay.
It didn't occur to me that it was anything other than magical.
Okay, so like you need the magic to open and close it or whatever maybe.
Yeah, but now I'm thinking about it that doesn't make all that much sense.
Why?
Because in order to open the collar to put on a Damane, you would need some sort of channeling magic.
Yeah, so you like need a Damane to open the collar.
Right, to put on themselves.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make a lot of logical sense.
Yeah, okay.
So unless it seems to be a magical item.
Yeah.
In of itself.
Definitely.
And so maybe the magic is already like within it.
Okay.
And so in order to use it, it already has the magic in it.
Okay, so you're actually kind of on an okay track.
Okay.
Because we have heard of the whole Terangreal things.
Yeah.
Where some require channeling to use and some don't.
Yeah.
Where anyone can use them. So maybe it's something like that.
Yeah.
Where anyone can. So it's like a combination
of...
Yeah,
I'm definitely not getting puzzle vibes from it. It doesn't seem like... When we saw the chest being opened...
Yeah.
There was definitely maneuvering on the chest itself to get a certain puzzle configuration, whatever.
Okay.
If you know the trick, you can open it. But these bracelets and collars really seem to be like click open, click closed.
Yeah.
It does. Then it seems to be really quick. They
no
don't want
fiddling.
anyone watching them do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's a tough
I'm
question.
going back and forth now.
Yeah, you are.
I don't have a real answer. A bit of both.
A bit of both. I like that.
That's
little column A, little column B.
Really soft stance on that.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I don't have a real prediction, turns out. I just walked myself in 8 circles. Okay, so Nynaeve used the power to try to get the collar off of the Damane, and then they had to hide out for like 3 days.
And the interesting part here is the Damane is the one who raised the alarm.
Yeah, and Nynaeve was super confused.
Yeah, and I guess so was Elaine, but yeah, maybe she still doesn't get it.
Yeah. So we learn that only women go in and out of these houses, and that's how they sort of figured out that that's where the Damane are kept. And so right now they're just going to wait outside, hoping to see Egwene leave.
Yeah.
At some point.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
I mean, they've narrowed it down, so it's like they haven't done a terrible job, but it's been weeks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay, so we get a scene change to Egwene's perspective. And I actually like this part of the chapter quite a bit.
Okay.
I thought it was very interesting.
Yeah.
So she's in her little room and can look down on the garden to where Rena is. So she's like watching out.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. We also get that it's called being complete.
Yes, we do.
When the Suldam has the bracelet on and the Damane's allowed to channel, kind of thing.
Yeah,
when they're
like
connected.
When that connection is there.
Yeah. And so we also get that sometimes other women will wear Egwene's bracelet, but Rena is still in charge of her training and mostly is the one who wears it.
Yeah, 80% of the time it's Rena, but anyone can. And that's kind of what Rena warned Egwene about.
Yeah.
Is like, be careful who you are asking these questions to, because you might get your hands chopped off.
Or your tongue.
Or your tongue cut out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So Egwene right now is just sort of in the room by herself, and she tries to channel to feel for how to get the collar off.
Yes.
And it makes her physically ill to channel with this collar on, but she tries anyway. And so she tries just a tiny little bit, and even that makes her like, want to throw up.
Yeah. And we had been warned about the whole, like, don't channel without express permission.
Yeah.
And these callers, like, take everything to an extreme.
Yes.
It's like you are 100% owned property. You can't do anything for yourself or think for yourself.
Yeah. And so even if she tries to, like, move the bracelet that is just sort of, like, carelessly hung on a hook in the room that she's in, if she tries to even touch it, like, if she tries to, like, pick it up and like
run away.
Run away.
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen because it causes like a lot of pain if you try to pick it up and run away with it.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, sad to read that Rena has clearly made her do these things to prove the point.
To prove it and be like, yeah, I'm not making shit up. These aren't just false claims to scare you.
Yeah.
It's like, if you actually do this, this is what will happen.
Yeah, and like if there wasn't any doubt about it, like now we can really be sure. It makes sense why the Damani would like raise an alarm. Because after all, like, it's been weeks for Egwene, but for some
she knows she's, like, being trained.
Oh, yeah, and it's like, you're ready to give up.
It's, like, psychological.
Yeah,
like, right?
yeah.
So it's...
like, you don't really have a chance.
No. So there's a knock on the door, which makes Egwene jump, but it's Min, and it's her weekly visiting time.
Yeah.
So we get that she's allowed to visit. And Min is in a green Shun-Chan dress, and they burned her pants.
No.
And so now she has to dress like the serving girl she is.
Yeah, and we kind of get that mention, like, they didn't really know what Min is. And it's interesting that Min is just here, and she doesn't really have a purpose, and she probably could leave, it sounds like, but she doesn't want to because of Egwene.
Yeah.
So it's like a weird situation that Min's in right now.
A little bit. So Egwene thinks about the clothes that she had to watch being burned, and then she thinks about the clothes she left behind at the White Tower, and how she'll probably never see the White Tower again, and she is wearing the gray dress of the Damani, and we learn that everything the Damani has, wears, eats, everything are gifts from the Suldam.
Yeah.
So.
Again, being trained.
Yeah. And so we also get that there are a pile of rocks on the little table in her room.
Yeah.
Left there as a reminder of her success.
Yeah, it's a reward. It's a gift.
Here are some rocks.
Here's some rocks.
That you can't do anything with.
Be proud of them.
Be proud of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was able to pick out iron ore and copper ore blindfolded because she is strong with the earth power,
yes.
which is typically a man power.
Yeah, earth and fire is usually for men.
Yeah.
But Egwene apparently is good.
Yeah, it really sounds like she's already given up hope that she's ever leaving.
Yeah.
Like last time we saw her, she was on the horse and she was like, help me get out of this. Nynaeve, save me. And she had this sort of idea that she was going to be getting out.
Yeah, but
and
like
now...
very quickly she's giving up.
Oh, yeah.
And again, that's the whole thing we really dive into this chapter.
Yeah.
Is that it's not just like you are own property and you have to do these things. But it's the mental side of it, where you can't even think.
No,
you can't even think bad things about the Shun-Chan. You have to like trick your brain into liking them.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. And so Min asks why she couldn't have just lied about it.
Yeah.
And Egwene says, "You really don't get it. Rena knows everything I'm doing." Like when she's wearing the bracelet.
Yeah.
And so we also get that the Suldam develop an affinity after a while.
Yeah, we did hear that previously.
Right, and that's that whole like speculation I had that maybe once you're sort of connected to the power enough, you sort of learn about it.
Yeah.
To have an affinity for it enough.
Yeah, which is like a weird situation that you might be a thing.
Yeah.
But that was when Suroth and Leandrin were having that standoff.
Yes.
And the Suldam was like, she stands ready. So.
Yeah, exactly. And so Egwene was tested outside when she picked out an old iron mine, and she can feel the iron in the ground, and Rena was so excited, and she gave Egwene pudding at dinner as a reward.
And it's kind of, again, sad because Egwene's like almost like that was a reward.
Yeah.
Like this is so bad.
Yeah.
Like I feel so bad for Egwene here.
Yeah, and apparently this makes her really valuable. Like too valuable to be wasted on just blowing things up.
Yeah.
And I think that this is a signal to the Suldam that Egwene might be able to make the Adam.
Oh,
because obviously
okay.
you have to manipulate metal or
and
something.
if you have strength in like earth, then you probably can do that.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. I think that's why this is so valuable.
Okay, I was thinking from like an economical standpoint, if you can like find mines, that's also really helpful because you don't have to worry about testing for mines.
I think to be brought in front of the Empress in like 3 days.
Yeah.
I think that it's something way better than just being able to find iron mines.
Okay. So yeah,
abandoned 100-year-old mines.
Well, you never know. It's really hard to find ore. So like,
No.
if you can make it faster to mine, and
No, we're not playing Catan.
well, yeah, okay. Well,
No.
you know.
No.
Sometimes it's really hard to get ore.
That's my speculation.
Okay, I like that because that's the whole Adam thing. Like, why would a Damani make more, collars to chain more Damani?
Yeah.
Well, it's because they have to.
Yes.
They don't have a choice.
Yeah.
But also, kind of a big side note, Egwene from the White Tower to today's Egwene, way stronger.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
she has leveled
doing
up.
things that the White Tower never thought to do.
Not only can she like channel
blowing
better,
up trees.
Yeah, and it's like, or they don't talk about it to like novices.
Because that's obviously what like men do when they go crazy.
Is blow stuff up,
blow stuff up and change the landscape of the world, basically, right? That's the whole breaking of the world thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think that, probably Aes Sedai know how to do this stuff. Like, we saw Moiraine tear the earth apart.
Yeah.
It's just like you're not going to talk about that in the intro to being an Aes Sedai class with a novice.
101.
Yeah, like, this is how you blow stuff up.
Yeah.
But the Damani, clearly, like, their weapons.
Yes.
Right? So
that's
their
all
purpose.
they learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Min tells Egwene that she found a captain with a ship who will take them out of here, and I immediately thought, that's Damen.
Yeah, I wanted to know
this
if you
has got to
thought...
be Bail Damen. There's no way we're talking about a captain on a ship who wants to leave, but can't really, but wants
Our
to.
favorite pirate captain, Captain Damen.
Oh yeah, right away I was like, for sure that's who this is. And I will definitely be shocked if it was just someone else.
Someone random, yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Okay. So Egwene says that she can't go. She is so valuable that Rena is taking her back to Shun-Chan in a few days. And
literally just for her to go.
Yeah, a ship just for her.
So that kind of leads to your whole Adam theory.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a secondary theory.
Okay.
About why this is happening so quickly for Egwene.
Okay.
And I think it has something to do with, what's her name, Suroth?
Suroth's orders?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the whole Leandrin saying...
Nynaeve and Egwene
they have
to
to
go.
Get out of here. They have to go to Shun-Chan.
Okay.
That's just like the secondary thing that also might be happening.
Yeah, but the earth power is like unexpected.
Yeah, maybe.
But like very exciting for Rena if she's not in on it.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't really sound like she is.
It doesn't, no, for sure.
But it also sounds like she's a little bit lower down, so
it does. Yeah. So
okay. So Egwene says that the Shun-Chan have collected every woman they can find who can channel, even a speck.
Yep.
And there are even 2 Aes Sedai here. She met one in the garden whose name is Rima.
Yeah.
Of the Yellow Aja, but the Sul'Dam call her Pura.
Yes, the whole
she
new
doesn't
name
get
thing.
her own name.
Yeah.
And so this Aes Sedai has stopped fighting against it and wants to kill herself, but can't even do that without permission.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, and so Egwene knows how she feels.
Yep.
And this gets Min very concerned, but Egwene says, relax. Even if I wanted to, I can't.
Yep. Yeah. And this is like the really crazy part where it really hits you, where they can't even like have their own thoughts.
No, because Damane are not even allowed to touch a weapon or anything they think of using as a weapon. The other day, she thought about using her like washing pitcher to hit Rena with, and she couldn't touch it for days.
Yeah. And her hand like physically cramps up so she can't even grab it. So.
Yes. And so she couldn't touch it again until she convinced herself that she would never ever use it against Rena.
Yeah, this is pretty heavy. So that's the whole conditioning.
Yeah. And so Min is really freaked out by all of this and says that it doesn't really make sense. She still sees things connected to Egwene, like Rand and the boys and even Galad. And how can any of that happen if she goes to Shun-Chan? But maybe Egwene says the Shun-Chan will take over and Rand and Galad will end up over there too.
Yeah, well, she's got a point. Like, the Shun-Chan don't really seem to have anything to stop them right now.
Yeah. Well, at this point, though, Rena just comes in And she didn't realize it was visiting day.
Yeah.
So she's surprised to see Min. But she says that there is still training to be done, even on visiting day. And she picks up the bracelet, opens it, and puts it on. And Egwene watches sharply, but can't see how it was done. But she thinks to herself if she could probe with the one power, she could figure it out.
Yeah, so we kind of get that new phrase about probing with the one power, like you can inspect something. So
yes. And so she would get in too much trouble if she tried that, though.
Oh, yeah, like, and by in trouble, you mean like beaten and tortured.
Yeah, that.
So, yeah.
So I think maybe Nynaeve can actually figure this out.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Egwene feels pretty sure
Yeah.
that if she could probe with the one power, she could figure it out.
And Nynaeve already seems pretty confident, like she almost has it.
Yeah, she's like, I just need to try one more time.
Yeah.
That's what Nynaeve had said.
It's not an impossible task. It's just like you really got to be careful because you don't want to get captured.
Right.
Or tortured.
So as soon as the bracelet closes, Rena has a look on her face and Egwene's heart sinks immediately because Rena can tell that she was trying to channel.
And that's a big no-no.
And that is forbidden if they are not complete.
Yes.
So she is pissed and thinks she has been too lenient with Egwene. So she has made the mistake of letting her keep her own name. And Rena says she used to have a cat named Thule, and that is what Egwene will be called from now on.
Yeah, and that again, super sad. Egwene is now Thule.
Yeah.
It's not really going well.
No, and named like after a cat.
A little kitten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is like worse than a dog.
Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because Egwene keeps comparing herself to a dog being leashed.
Yeah.
And now she's a cat.
You're a little baby kitten.
Yeah.
Who needs to be punished. So.
Right. And so Rena sends Min away and tells Egwene that she must be punished severely now. They will both be called into the Court of Nine Moons, and she will not allow Egwene to disgrace her in front of the Empress.
Yeah, so that is, like you said, a pretty huge deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Being shipped across the ocean.
Yeah.
Specifically because you have this power.
Yeah.
So
that's what it seems like anyway.
Well, yeah. Definitely. Maybe with the side angle of like the whole dark friend thing, but
yeah,
that does seem secondary almost, sort of, but it just like works out really nicely.
Yeah. And she says, I will stop when you tell me how much you love being a Damane and how obedient you will be after this. And make me believe every word.
Yeah, so, and that means that she literally has to convince herself first.
Yes.
So this doesn't seem like it's going to be a quick beating.
No.
But I want to talk about something.
Okay.
Shun-Chan versus the White Tower recruiting practices.
Yeah.
Because the Shun-Chan have done everything in their power to scoop up every single girl, woman, old lady, whatever it is, who can channel even a speck.
Yes.
And it sounds like they got a fair amount of people.
Yeah. Sounds like more
lot.
than 40 or whatever the
more
White Tower
More than 40
had.
in the entirety of Randland.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the White Tower has really dropped the ball, like, of not recruiting anyone.
Yeah.
Anyone, anywhere. You have no division to do this. Like, you got no system in place besides maybe you'll run across some.
Yeah.
And there's going to be...
Or maybe someone will just show up at your door
by
accident.
Hopefully by accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like just so crazy that the White Tower has, like, nothing in place.
It seems like there's less of an urgency about finding Aes Sedai. Like, they all talk about how, oh no, there's not very many of us.
Yeah.
But, oh well.
You think that'd be, like, on the agenda, though, like, get more members.
Yeah.
Like, for most clubs.
Yeah.
For most things, most sports leagues, most everything, it's like, how do we recruit new members?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad.
Okay.
They're not good at it.
Not good at it. It's just, it's so weird.
It just doesn't seem like on the top of the priority list.
Yeah.
Which isn't very logical.
Yeah.
But
it could be like a quality over quantity thing where the Aes Sedai only want the top tier.
well, they accepted Else, who like
They accepted
literally
her,
showed
but
up.
like they've already kicked out people and a bunch more get kicked out.
Yeah.
So like they really look for the cream of the crop. And the Shun-Chan seem just like they want everybody.
Yeah.
So
That's true. But in order to kick out a bunch of people, you should probably start with more.
with a bigger funnel.
Yes, a bigger funnel.
You should. Okay.
That's right. Okay, so chapter 43.
Yeah.
A plan.
Yep, and like we said,
at least
sort of.
a hint of a plan.
The starting.
Yeah. There is a picture of the Damane bracelet and collar thing.
The Adam.
That's what it is. Yep. And so now we get Min's perspective.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's the first time,
It
right?
is. Yes.
I'm
pretty sure.
No, we got like a paragraph at the end of a chapter after she talked to Elida.
Oh, yeah.
But this is like a full chapter of
Full
Min.
on Min perspective,
Yeah.
so.
So she's leaving Egwene's room and can hear her screaming and crying. And then so Min runs away crying, feeling useless. And so she heads out into the street. And then she hears someone call her name.
Yes.
So exact same timeline.
Yes.
Excellent. So she doesn't recognize Elaine and Nynaeve at first when they come towards her in their big funny coats.
Yep.
And she's like, oh, what? You guys?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be here. It's dangerous for you here.
Super dangerous.
And Nynaeve tries to be casual and comment on Min's dress and say, I wish I could wear pants.
And well, first she's like it's
worst.
good to see you finally in a dress. And it's like, Nynaeve.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But Elaine says, you've been crying. What's going on with Egwene?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Min leads them away as the street is like full of Damane and Suldam and it's not safe for them. So Min tells them about a captain of a ship who will take them away.
Yeah, but hold on. Good on Min for not saying, oh, Egwene's just in those buildings getting her ass whooped right now.
Yeah, no.
So
she's got some tact.
She does. It's like smart because Nynaeve would probably...
We never really got an age on Min.
No, we didn't. A little bit older than Rand, I think, or like around there.
Yeah,
So...
I thought she was more of an age with like Nynaeve.
Yeah, that's kind of what it seemed like, so...
Okay. So, yeah, a little more tactful.
Yeah.
So she tells him about this ship and says, we can get out of here, but I don't know how to get Egwene out of here. And Nynaeve says, I hadn't thought of a ship before. She thought about only like riding east, and she knows that that's going to be really dangerous.
Yeah, but again, like the whole boat thing, we saw the boat thing coming in.
Yeah.
And that didn't seem like a great idea either.
No, it seems bad no matter what.
Yeah.
But Nynaeve is just happy to have a different idea.
Yeah.
Because just riding out of here, stealing Egwene somehow.
Yeah. And like
then,
getting on a horse and riding for ever.
Months
I don't know.
and months.
Get back to the
where?
Waygate, maybe?
Yeah, like where are you going? So, I don't know. But now she's like, ooh, a ship. So Min's plan is just basically to sail with this captain and then tell him they will pay later and then get thrown off the ship, hopefully far enough away.
Yeah, and I mean, like, to be fair, it's kind of, if this guy is so desperate and eager, like he wants to leave and needs to be convinced, he doesn't seem very concerned with payment either.
Yeah. And so Min says that this guy talks so much and he will talk himself into sailing, but now she doesn't think there is time, and she tells the others about how Egwene is being shipped off to Shun-Chan soon because she can find ore.
Yeah, in only a few days.
Yeah. And so now our biggest question is, how do we take the collar off and how do we get her out of that house?
Yeah, and it's like, which step comes first?
Yeah. And then Elaine sighs and says, I wish Rand was here.
Yeah.
And then they look at her like, what?
Yeah.
And she's like, well, he's got a sword.
Yeah, I don't think she's talking about that sword.
Hey. All right. So Nynaeve says, it's not swords we need, it's brains now. Like having a whole army wouldn't even work.
You need a gigantic army.
So the three of us will have to work.
Yeah.
And so Min says she can get at least one of them inside because serving girls are always having friends over.
Yeah, they're allowed to.
Yeah.
Shun-Chan is huge on the rules. Like, they have their code, and as long as you stick to the code and the rules, it's fine. But it's like, if you break the rules, then you're killed.
Yeah.
So just don't break the rules.
Right.
It's simple.
Yeah. And so Nynaeve says she will think of something. She asks to be taken to this captain, and then Min reads the auras of the women quickly and sees some new things.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah, so for Nynaeve, she sees a thick gold man's ring.
Yes.
And we know that as Lan's.
Okay, yeah.
Lan's ring.
What it kind of sounds like.
Uh-huh. And then for Elaine, a red hot iron and an axe.
Okay.
Huh.
Speculation.
They mean trouble, but somewhere in the distant future.
Okay, so like not immediately. This is like in future books,
Min
probably.
says, yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, the man's ring, that's obviously land for Nynaeve.
Okay.
And then the iron...
We know she's got... Yeah.
And so for the iron and the axe, I don't know. For Elaine.
Got nothing?
No,
that's a pretty tough one.
Literally nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, literally nothing. So...
we know Perrin's got an axe.
No, he's got like a battle axe.
Okay.
I picture this as
like a hatchet or something?
like a chopping wood axe.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a big, giant, spiky battle.
Hey, I'm
axe.
spitballing some ideas here for you, so.
Nope. No. Although a red hot iron, that would be a blacksmith, and like.
Were you thinking like a clothes iron?
No,
like
I wasn't.
Okay.
I was thinking of like a branding iron.
Okay.
Type of thing.
So blacksmith and axe.
Maybe.
Sure.
But I'm gonna go with...
Are you implying that Perrin and Elaine are gonna hook up somehow?
No, it doesn't always have to be sexual.
It does have to. It always is. It absolutely has to be sexual.
No.
Okay.
No. No. I don't care for that.
Okay.
I don't... Nope. No, thank you. No. So, whatever. So Min takes them down towards the harbor to an inn called the Three Plum Blossoms, but it used to be called something about Watchers.
And they quickly got rid of that, sort of.
Yes.
Like, didn't do a great job, but...
No. So, they see a man sitting alone and muttering into his wine, and Min says, "Do you have time to talk, Captain Daman?"
Yay!
Yeah. So that's great. I love being right about things. And so, we learn that every couple of days, Turek sends for him to tell him stories.
Yeah.
What does he look like? A glee man? So he wants to leave pretty badly, but he doesn't really know if he's going to be kept forever to tell stories or if he's just going to get his head chopped off.
Yeah, but they did buy his cargo, so he's got some cash. So that's good.
Yeah, we got that. But he can't get out of here because there are Damane everywhere, and we get that his ship can avoid the Shun-Chan, like if he can get away.
Yeah.
But it's like the leaving the harbor, that's the hard part.
And being blown up by a Damane.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we saw in the intro is like when he was coming in to Falme, like that area, was he was getting away because he was going to go in a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Because the Shun-Chan have those big giant ships that are probably better at like crossing the ocean.
Yeah.
Versus like whipping around.
Yeah. But then the Damane shot water up, and he was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna play nice."
Yeah, just like blasted all around him. So he's like, "Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Not running."
So Nynaeve cuts him off from talking and says, "There are 4 of us, and I expect you will be ready to sail as soon as we are aboard."
Yeah, so this is the plan. Be ready.
Yeah. So Nynaeve is like, "Don't worry, we have something better than Damane," and she takes out her necklace, which has Lan's ring on it, and her Aes Sedai snake ring on it. And Min gasps when she sees the ring because of the vision.
Yep.
It's the same ring. And then Daman is like, "Oh shit, Aes Sedai, put that away. That's very dangerous here."
Yeah.
And so Nynaeve is like super confident and says, "When we sail, you will have 3 on your ship who can fight the Damane."
Ooh, okay. Do you think that Elaine, Nynaeve, and Egwene are better than Damane?
Ooh.
So just here's like the hypothetical. Yeah. Let's say that they figure out...
I'm gonna go with yes, they are.
Okay, so like if they figure out how to get Egwene out, and they all get to the boat, and they get the collar off, and then Daman takes off with his boat, do you think that the 3 of them can do enough to escape?
I'm gonna go with yes. But only, so there's got to be conditions on this, because they have to be sneaky enough.
So like subterfuge, like it can't be like a huge jailbreak. It's got to be like...
No, it's got to be like...
Sneaky sneaks.
It's got to be like the Shun-Chan don't know what's going on until it's too late.
Yeah.
And then they're not prepared enough.
Gotcha.
Because if there are, like we get in a minute, this story about capturing an Aes Sedai, and it took 6 Damane, and they cut her off from the power.
Yes.
So, if they get Egwene out, and it causes a million red flags and they're literally on the run to the boat, they're going to get enough Damani in order to stop them.
Yeah.
So if they can be sneaky sneaks enough,
there might not be enough like Damani around to do anything about it.
It might be more of like an ambush and they don't see it coming.
Gotcha. Okay.
So they might not be able to. Plus, we have Nynaeve, who is so crazy, super powerful when she's angry.
That probably takes more than 6.
Yeah,
okay.
And then same with Elaine, who is pretty powerful, we got.
Yes.
About as powerful as Egwene right now.
Yeah.
But now, Egwene has had this,
more talented,
blowing things up training.
Yeah.
So it's...
Maybe she can put it to use.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. So,
I like that.
I want to be optimistic here, because I really want to see Egwene escape this book.
I was going to say before the end of this book?
Before the end of this book. I really want to see that happen. I don't want to be left...
drug into book
It
3,
might be something like this plan doesn't work at all, but I really, no matter what, even if it's just like a crapshoot scramble, I need them to like get out.
Yeah, because that's the other thing, because it can't be like a get to the boat and everybody runs and then, because it's like a boat and it can't just like take off.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a...
I know. That's the part that's bothering me about this particular plan.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see.
It's like start the engine, but it's like that's not really how it works.
Get the sails up and leave.
Swing the boom and hoist the shaft.
And the jib.
I've seen pirate movie, the flying jib.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe.
Yeah.
There's a lot of maybes this
I don't know if
chapter.
anyone can tell, but I don't have a lot of boating experience.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Nynaeve is really confident, saying, we can fight the Damane, and he says, then there do be a chance.
The best pirate ever.
Yeah, and then this is when Daman tells them about the woman with a ring like Nynaeve's, who was taken by the Shun-Chan.
And this is crazy. This is the one that Egwene knows.
I think this is not the one Egwene knows.
Well, it's Rima.
Let me tell you why I think not.
Okay. Do go on.
Okay, so this is a woman who was with a big man, and they were careless, and there was a trap set. So the man killed 7 of the Shun-Chan before he himself was killed.
Yep.
So this is her warder, obviously.
Definitely.
And there were 6 Damani around this woman, and she looked like she was going to destroy them all, and then a look of horror came on her face, and she screamed. And Elaine goes, oh my god, they cut her off from the power. And Nynaeve says, we will not allow them to do that to us.
Okay.
Sure, you'll...
Super confident. Like, we get why.
Yeah. And so here's the thing.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
The lady screams, Rima, help me.
Okay, so you caught that.
And then one of the Damane fall down crying. So I think one of the Damane was Rima.
Oh.
Who's already captured.
Who captured the other one.
Who helped capture the other one.
Yep.
And they put a collar on this Aes Sedai's neck.
Gotcha.
And, for a second...
Yep.
I had to be concerned and ask myself, where's Moraine?
Oh,
because
what?
I know. I'm sure that's crazy and stupid, but like it flashed through my head.
And we specifically have not gotten a second name.
Yeah.
We've gotten Rima.
We've
not gotten the second Aes Sedai's name.
We have not gotten anything except that she showed up with a warder, but then I reasoned with myself. Probably not land dying, and Moraine would never be careless enough to be captured.
You think?
Never. Never. Okay. No way, no how, never.
Okay.
No way. So...
Because she's sneaky, or she's not setting foot anywhere close to here?
No, because she's sneaky.
Sneaky, okay.
Yeah. If Nynaeve and Elaine can just, live here for weeks without getting caught...
Yeah.
I think that...
Maureen could do better?
Maureen could do better than Nynaeve and Elaine.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
So... But I had a...
Like a mini panic attack.
I had a mini panic, and then I thought, no, it's okay. But I am also concerned because I haven't seen Maureen in a long time.
Okay.
So, I just had to throw that out there because that was scary for a second for me.
Okay, so Rima...
But I'm also wondering if this is going to be someone that we
have
know
run across,
or have
We've gotten
heard
a few
about.
Yeah, we met a few in Faldara, but it's tough to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So...
And then we get a typical catchphrase from Daman. I would leave my aged grandmother standing on the dock to sail from here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
because
great.
he has seen 3 women be taken, and he says he has no stomach for it.
Yeah. Well, it's not good to watch people get kidnapped.
Yeah.
And then put into slavery. I
Right.
can imagine that leaves,
Bad taste.
bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Min says that there are 2 Aes Sedai prisoners there. And Daman asks if they plan to rescue them.
Well, he kind of puts 2 and 2 together and
Nynaeve
gets
goes,
5.
you
so-
know what you need to know.
Yeah.
And it's very Aes
He's
Sedai.
like, oh, you must be here to save them.
Yeah,
Not at all.
yeah.
Which is also sad because now it sounds like there's definitely 2 Aes Sedai who have no way of escaping.
Yeah,
It's like, sorry,
yeah,
you're Damani now.
yeah.
Like, that's pretty bad.
I think if Nynaeve actually can figure out how to get these collars off,
Yeah,
and they do somehow get back to the White Tower
sure.
or something, I think that they can maybe set to rescuing or fighting.
Yeah.
Because if they do have a way to actually get these collars off, that's the key.
Gotcha. That's an
So-
important part of it. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the biggest part of it. Because
Do you think it could just, like, chop the leash?
No, it's magical.
Ah, shoot. Okay. Well, like, with a big, fire sword.
With a red hot iron and an axe?
Maybe. Chop the leash. Yeah?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm going to go with no.
Okay.
But Egwene definitely has to get out of the collar before they can leave.
Yeah.
I wonder what would happen if, like, Nynaeve put the bracelet on
Yeah.
and they, like, run out together.
We don't really know.
Or if, like, Min just, like, put the bracelet on.
Can a Damani be on the other end of the leash? Is that a thing?
Well, Min and Nynaeve aren't Damane yet.
No, I'm like a Damani has to be like a channeler. So like could Nynaeve, but the whole Suldam thing.
Yeah.
Like can a channeler be on both ends of the...
I don't know, but Min's not a channeler.
That's true. Okay. And we do know about the whole like an Aes Sedai created the Adam and
Yeah.
she came in with...
Yeah, she did.
So-
She's the one who controlled the...
Okay.
For a while.
So channelers
yes.
can be on that end of it.
Yes.
So, okay.
We
Nynaeve Egwene
we
power
know
duo.
Egwene can't pick it up and leave
Herself. But if Nynaeve puts it on, or if like Min puts it on, maybe
They can leave and figure it out later.
Chop it with a battle axe.
Okay. All right. So
I feel like we've done way more planning than Nynaeve has this chapter. So
no, I think that Nynaeve has been going over all of this in her.
yeah,
head.
that's true. Okay.
She's been going over literally
we
every
just don't
option.
get to hear it.
Yeah. So this is where we get Nynaeve being very Aes Sedai with her words.
Yes. Yeah.
Saying, like, you know what you need to know. You need to be ready to sail in the next 2 or 3 days. Will you do it or will you remain here to get your head cut off?
Yeah.
And so it's like putting it back on you when you ask me a question.
Yeah.
Very Aes Sedai. And then also, there are other ships and I mean to have passage secured today.
Yeah.
Like, she means business.
And she can find somebody else.
Yeah.
But it's like also probably not.
No, definitely not. But
you got to be confident.
that's right. And so Daman nods and says he'll be ready.
Yeah.
So as soon as they leave, Nynaeve sags against the door and says, with some people, you have to be certain. If you show one glimmer of doubt, they'll turn the direction that they want to go and not follow like what you're saying.
Yeah.
So she says, we have plans to make. There are still 1 or 2 small problems to work out.
Just 1 or 2.
And Elaine says, hope you don't mind fish, Min.
Yeah.
And Min thinks, 1 or 2 small problems?
Yeah.
I hope Nynaeve is not just being certain again.
Well, and to be fair, so one of those small problems
I was
is the
going to
whole
say,
collar
I got
thing.
news for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just being certain again.
But, I mean, the collar is definitely one of the problems, but it sounds like she's close.
Yeah.
If not, like, she has it but wants to be sure.
Yeah.
And then the second problem would be, like, getting Egwene out.
Yeah.
And we know that Min can get someone in.
Yeah.
So, yeah. 1 or 2 small problems.
Also, their timeline.
Yeah, let's talk about
like,
timeline.
Hey, maybe when they bring Egwene to the ship,
Yeah. get on the wrong boat by accident.
Yeah.
Probably not going to be good because I doubt she's going alone. Probably going to be escorted.
Yeah, but you can blow those people up with the power from afar.
Ooh,
from like a spy nest or something.
Sure.
Up in a tree.
I like it.
No one knows where you are.
Build a spy nest in a tree.
And then blast them with the power when they take Egwene to...
You know what? I think you'd be a really good Damani or Aes Sedai.
No, I'm not a Damani.
Blowing stuff up, you know.
No, I don't want to be a Damani.
You'd be a real good Aes Sedai.
Thanks, Brett.
You're welcome. Okay, so we have like 7 chapters.
Because that's how they get her out into the dock.
Yeah.
And wait till they bring her out.
Spy nest. Yeah, great plan.
Okay, not that part, but the other part. Because they got to bring her to the harbor.
That's true.
To get on a boat.
They do have to, so
interesting story. My mom, who's from Newfoundland, is like 7th generation or something like that, born in Newfoundland.
Yep.
And they did an ancestry thinger and discovered that her ancestors came over on a boat from England.
Yeah.
And were supposed to be on a different boat going to Australia. Because
they were...
Criminals.
Good.
But they jumped ship and got on a different boat and went to Newfoundland.
How about that?
Same
I have
thing.
to say, yeah.
Same.
You know, sorry to anyone in Australia, but Newfoundland's probably better, only for the fact that everything in Australia tries to kill you.
7 generations ago.
Yeah.
Well, and
Australia is like really dangerous, and there's gigantic spiders there.
That's why they sent the criminals there.
Yeah, it's
just kidding.
We don't have enough time for that.
Yeah.
We're gonna lose all of our Australian viewers, probably.
No.
But
it's okay. It's all good. But anyways, that's an interesting story about my mom.
That is fun.
And then also, that's what's gonna happen here. Jump ship.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Mm-hmm. I want to go read. Can I go read now?
You can, because I know I say this like every time, but these next 2 chapters are so amazing. And everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everyone who's read it knows exactly what I'm talking about. These next 2 are a doozy.
I really want some action at this point.
We need to talk about timeline before we wrap up, about where you think Rand and the gang are.
Yeah.
Where are they? Where in the world is
Rand and his
party?
Crew? Yeah. In Tom and Head.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Are they in Falme, like at the same time somehow, just not running into each other?
I think that at this point, they're getting close.
Okay.
I think because of this whole, they had Hurin go up and up and down and up and up and down.
Like zigzagging.
They must have found Fane's trail at some point.
Yeah.
Because it exists. He showed up in Tom and Head.
He's here.
He is here.
He's probably doing evil stuff still.
He probably smells just as bad.
Yeah.
Even in a Shun-Chan brown velvet coat.
Yeah, he probably does mean stuff still, so.
Yeah. So, I'm going to go with...
Real close.
I want them to run into each other. I don't know if they will, though.
Okay.
Because a whole crew meeting...
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Would be pretty great.
Okay.
And Rand would be so mad that Egwene is a prisoner. Ooh.
Oh.
Okay, I gotta go read. I gotta stop speculating.
All the girls that he's liked or like him are all
together.
together.
Sister wives.
Yep. Okay. Figured it out. Time to go read.
I know. Okay, so I'm gonna say that this is part of the pattern now.
Yeah, it's part of the pattern.
Thank you for listening to this episode. The Wheel Weaves is hosted by Dani and Brett, edited by Dani, produced by Dani and Brett, with Derek Benton, Benjamin, Kyle Smith, Passion Socks, Moltude, and Mozyme. Music by Audionautics.com. If you'd like bonus content, like bonus episodes, outtakes, Q&As, more fun Wheel of Time talk, early access, cool stickers and keychains, and also to support us making great content, visit us at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Twitter at The Wheel Weaves Podcast. We love interacting with our listeners. Plus, don't forget to rate, subscribe, and tell a friend about us, because referrals really are the best compliment. We'd really love for you to come over and join our Discord channel for some spoiler or spoiler-free discussions. You can find the links at our Twitter page as well as on our Patreon page. Thanks again for tuning in, because this really is part of the pattern now.